Hello everyone, welcome back to Snowfog Outdoors. I have to say one thing first. God bless all you knife makers out there. You just saw my clips of me putting scales on a Green River knife blank. I gotta tell you, it looks a lot easier watching videos than actually doing it. I did something like that over the holidays. I made my nephew a little carving knife. And I made it out of an old rusted, I believe it was a dry saw, or excuse me, a drywall saw. And it had like a tang on it. And I just glued on some no-name wood and sanded a handle. But this project was a challenge and it was quite different. Just so you know, when I did the intro video and showed you all of the tools I currently have, and yes, I do have a drill. I do not have a drill press yet, but I will be getting one. This is basically the first time ever using these types of tools. I've used my angle grinder a few times, cutting pieces of file to make steel strikers and stuff, but I've never actually worked on with sanders or bench grinders or anything like that. So this is all new to me. And it's very, like I said, it's very challenging. So I learned a lot. Some lessons that I will not repeat. One being more is not always better when it comes to epoxy. Oh, I had it everywhere. It was all over the blade because I didn't tape the blade before I put the scales on it. It was all over me. It was all over the wood. You know you've used too much when you have to have another person's help to get you out of it. So that was one mistake I made. Another mistake was as I bought these. Let me see if I have them here. I don't see them here. I thought I had them here. But I bought some brass rods at, I believe, Lowe's in their hardware section. It's like an ornamental type thing that they have it in. And they're very small. Probably not the right type of brass pinning to use for knife handles. It did work, but I found out that when I hammered them in, they bent. And I also realized that I didn't drill the wood, the diameter of the hole, large enough in the scales to accept the pin. So some of the wood had little splits and little slivers taken out, which I had to repair. But all in all, oh, sorry, that's my dog with his blanket. All in all, it was a good project. Like I said, I learned a lot. I'm going to continue to progress from here and start working with some steel. Like I mentioned in the first video, I won't be doing any forging right away. I need to get other things practiced and under my belt before I move on to very hot steel and things of that nature. So I hope you enjoyed this video that I put together of putting the scales on. I didn't record everything. I just basically took you from start to finish and put in some small clips and speeded it up for time purposes because we would have fallen asleep and wouldn't have watched it. So I hope you did enjoy it. My next step, I believe, is to work on this Carolina Chris, get it on the bench grinder, get it all shaped out, and attempt to put some scales on this bad boy. I'm not sure what kind of scales I'm going to put on there yet, but there'll be something. So yeah, quite a learning experience, quite a difference from just watching videos and saying, oh, I can do that. Yeah, not so much. But I'm learning. I'm still way early in the learning process and trying to, get my knack of it. So here's the handle that I put on. These were Tiger wood scales I ordered from Amazon. And you can see here, let me see where it is, right, like right here, I nicked the blade with the sander, a couple spots there. But this blade is like razor sharp, I gotta tell you. It came fairly sharp. I took it to the strop and sharpened it up even more when I was done. But these parts right here, I had perfect. And then I got real aggressive with the sander and came way back and blew it. But I'm learning. I think the wood is fairly pretty. I can't wait to do some work with cedar. In the last part of the video, you saw me putting some coconut oil and beeswax on there. All I did, excuse me, was melt the beeswax and coconut oil together, and it comes out into kind of like a cream. This one came out a little bit harder than that. It's more like a chapstick, I would say. But if you use less candle wax and more coconut oil, you'll get a creamier texture, like a hand cream. I used equal parts of both, and it's really great for all of your tools, your wood, your lips, dry skin. But I'm going to put a couple more coats on the handle. So now, basically all she needs is a sheath made for her. And I'm in the process of doing that right now. I was going to tell you something else too. Yeah, I got a little nick down here in the blade. You can see like right here from the sander. But it was fun. You know, I'm learning and I'm trying to get it down. I guess the hardest part was when I finally got it done and I took the tape off. I'm like, this whole blade was just layered in epoxy. All I did was took a single edge razor blade and very gently got it off, and then a little acetone, and it came right off. Polished the blade right back up. So that's technically the first official knife video. Just me putting scales on the Green River knife blank, and that knife blank is called the 4-inch Ripper. Yeah, so this knife is going off to a friend of mine. They don't know they're getting it. Usually most people will, hang on just a second. Okay, most people will keep their first thing they ever make, but, you know, I put scales on it. They'll probably get it in the mail and want to come back and stab me in the eye with it because it's probably butt ugly, but, you know, that's how it goes with the first project. So stay tuned. There will be more when I get the sheath done and get it in the sheath before I send it out. I'll give you guys a peek at it. So, onward and upward. I'm hoping to start this little project in the next week or so. I have some other things I'm working on right now and trying to get caught up. So, thanks for watching. Have a great night, and I'll see you on the next one.